Coach, who are Virginia's a balanced team? Who are players to watch for their team in the matchup on Saturday?
Um, well, they've got an outstanding team. Really don't have a lot of holes, but I think their greatest strength is their experience. They've got 5 starters back. Then they've got their first big off the bench last year in Cafaro, 6'11", 7-foot kid. But the kid is Clark. He's a kid that started on the Final Four team. Seems like 10 years ago, but I think this is his 5th year. This is his 5th year starting. It's a great luxury for Tony to have. But he drives that show. I love Bateman. We actually recruited Reese out of high school. He's from a tremendous family, state champion high school player. He's a winner. Franklin is, in a lot of ways, I think, represents their ceiling. You look at the way he played in Vegas against those teams. When he gets going, he's really tough. He's probably their best shooter offensive player in the backcourt. But they fit so well. Gardner, has given us nightmares for 5 years. His 5th year too, and this is his going on 5 years now. You think, well, hopefully we won't have to see him again. But this is our 5th year having to see that kid. I think he's a tough matchup. Not all kids pick the right schools when they transfer as far as fit. He couldn't have picked a better school for his fit for him. With Tony and the way they play, and then their big 7-foot, 6'11" kid, Shedrick, inside. So it's hard to say one guy, but everything always points to Clark. Clark, Bateman, Franklin, Gardner, Shedrick. That's a really, really good team. But their experience.
Checking in for 12:30.
What was that? But their experience, their system, how well they're coached, their discipline. They force you to play mistake-free basketball because they don't make mistakes.
Thank you, Chris. We'll go to Chancellor Johnson from KPRC. Chancellor, please go ahead.
Good morning, Kelvin.
Good morning, Chancellor.
Hey, as you guys go on the road to take on this experienced team, as you just said, experienced and talented, what type of opportunity does this program have on Saturday against this good ball club?
I haven't really looked at it like that. It's just we focused on Virginia. I haven't really talked to the team about opportunities. I can see where you're going with your storyline, though. I don't, they're so hard to prepare for. They're not hard to scout because they don't do anything earth-shattering. It's just so hard to play against because they're so disciplined and so well coached. Last year, it was Gardner's first year, one of his first games. He was like a new guy in a new system, but I mean, they're humming on all cylinders now. So I really haven't focused on the opportunity. I haven't gone to that side. I've just kind of been so immersed in just studying them. And, I have such an appreciation for, so much respect for Tony, that, that's just been our main focus. I haven't really thought about the other stuff.
Thank you, Chancellor. We appreciate it. Are there any other questions for Coach? I don't see any hands raised. We'll go to Andy Yanez from Gallery Sports. Andy, go ahead, please.
Hey, Kelvin. How are you doing, sir?
Good. Andy, how about yourself?
I'm doing good. I wanted to follow up on the comments you made after Tuesday's game in regards to freshmen and really how right now they could be put in situations where they're set up for failure just with expectations in terms of rankings. I'm curious if you could expand on really how has social media changed that? Because really on an instant basis, they can get, I don't know if you want to call it reactions or stuff like that, but they can see that people are telling them this and that about what should be going. What from a coaching perspective, how has that been a challenge for you guys to get them to not focus on social media and just the impact that that's played in the new players?
I don't know anything about that. I mean, what I said the other night was kind of what I wanted to say. I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Thank you, Andy. We'll go to Joseph Duarte from the Houston Chronicle. Joseph, go ahead.
Good morning, Kelvin.
Good morning.
Kelvin, this goes back to sort of what Chancellor was asking a minute ago. I was wondering, ranking aside, do you feel like maybe not having that anymore, or the number one is sort of a lift off the shoulders? Did you feel like that had any impact in terms of how guys would play, whether it was you play a little tight, that kind of stuff?
I'm not sure what you're kind of cutting out there, Joseph. I got a little bit of it, but I'm not quite sure exactly what you asked.
I apologize. No,
I don't think so.
I was asking.
There's almost like there's two your computer and your phone is fighting each other or something. It's coming off across as sounds like a kitty cat and a puppy just scratching at each other. I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, one of me's enough. So
Joseph, we'll come back to you here in a second here. We'll go to Jerry Ratcliffe from Virginia, please. Jerry, go ahead with your question for Coach Sampson.
Hi, Coach.
Hi, Jerry.
Reese has been a little beaten up with an ankle and a possible hammy the last couple of games.
I got Kelvin Sampson in my ear. I got a straw through my. Okay, why is this?
He's been day to day. If he can't go, how does that change their team?
I'm not allowed to look at it like that, Jerry. I have to focus on that they're going to have him. We've had some guys in the past that there's been 11 days since they played. I think if it would have played 2 days later, that'd probably be more relevant. But I think you have to assume that after 11 days, there's no way Reese Beekman is going to miss this game. All injuries aside, that kid is a warrior. I've had kids that have injuries, and you give them a week, 10 days, 11 days, they're going to play. He'll have 100% effort, attitude, energy, toughness, and togetherness with his team. And so we're not to disrespect your question, but I can't look at that side of it. I know, we've looked at the guys that Tony has coming off the bench. He's somewhat like us in the backcourt, that he has freshmen and experienced guys. We do too. But Clark and Beekman and Franklin are going to play the majority of the minutes against us, and that's who we're preparing for.